Hello everybody, I hope you are all good and in good health. Today we will explain our second lecture in our course B207A. In week 2 we will try to connect the innovation concept with the marketing concept. Innovation, we talked about it in our first week and we will continue talking about it. The marketing concept is one of the business functions. If you remember business functions, we talked about last week. Business functions, those are departments that make up any organizations. We talked about marketing, human resources, accounting, finance, operation management, and even production. Marketing is the first business functions we will talk about in this course. The learning outcomes of our lecture today will cover the following. First of all, we will discover the marketing concept here. We will understand everything, the definition of the marketing concept and many things about the marketing function. Then we will explore the big ideas that can come from this important function in the organization. Many ways and many ideas, many big ideas and the innovation that marketing can provide us. Then we will explore some concepts like mission statement, vision statement, marketing process, external environment, internal environment, many things related to this function. First, we will explore the innovation again. If you remember, in our first lecture, we talked about innovation. And we said that innovation can come by different way, or we can create innovation in organization in different ways, either in new products or services, or maybe development of existing products and services. New products and services like a new invention, something that hasn't been existed in the market before. As مثلا first mobile phones were invented, or maybe the first television, or maybe when anything, any breakthrough product that come into markets and it wasn't there before. So this is a completely new product or service. Or maybe the innovation can come on existing products. So the product is already here, but we make several development of it. When you remember the first computer, when it came to the world, it's not the same computer as it is now, because many development have been done in this area or in this product. Many development, maybe in the weight, maybe in the capacity, in the speed, even the size, the screen size. The first computer was PC. Maybe we have now laptops and tablets, so it's different now. So innovation can come in different ways. Even if we are talking about the existing product and service, we can provide innovation in other things rather than the product. So the innovation can be in the delivery, in the way of delivery or supply. Maybe it can come in the form of the promotion of the product, maybe in the exchange concept in itself. For example, we talked about the delivery on supply when I talked about the example of Talabat application. The food is there, the restaurants are there, but the way of ordering the food is different now. You can download the application on your mobile and you can order food while sitting in your home or work without talking to anybody, and you can pick whatever food you would like. This is an innovation not in the product but in the delivery concept. Another way of innovation is innovation in promotion, and also I give example in last lecture about this. When we talked about Coca-Cola, when they replaced their logo on their bottles by the names, and maybe Coca-Cola with friends, Coca-Cola with family, Coca-Cola with Fulan, Coca-Cola with Alan. So it's different. The product is the same here, however, the innovation here in promotion itself, the way of promotion, the idea here is how to promote the product without really having a significant change in the product itself. Even innovation, or the big idea here, can come in the exchange concept. The exchange concept, like Tom's Shoes does, they have this concept of donating one pair of shoes for children in need when they sell one pair of shoes to customers. So it's a way, a new way for the exchange concept. So the bottom line is that maybe we have the same product over the time, but organizations need to have big ideas or new ideas to promote and to exchange and to attract the attention of the customers and to have more benefits and a last relationship with these customers. Here you will find the examples we just talked about, the Tom's shoes. Purchase Tom's, we will give a pair of new shoes to a child in need. So one pair of shoes for one pair of shoes. And this another example in big ideas or innovation in promotion, when Coca-Cola replaced the Coca-Cola logo with specialized or customized themes. The marketing, when we talked about marketing here, make sure that you understand that marketing is much bigger than selling, because many of the students sometimes they have this misconception about marketing is selling and selling is marketing, which is not true. Actually, as we will see in a few minutes, marketing usually and marketing functions usually involves many other functions than selling. Yes, selling is one of them. However, marketing process involves the organization mission, vision and value, analyzing the market, choosing the market strategy, formulating and offering and implementation, monitoring and evaluating the marketing programs. We have many functions of marketing. So it's not only about the exchange and it's not only about selling. Also, organizations, when they are doing the marketing process, they have to be proactive, mean that they need to do such functions, not to only sell, but to be proactive in the way that they have to anticipate and analyze the marketing environment. And that's actually what we are going to do in our next reading number 1. Reading number 1, we will talk much deeper about the marketing concept. We will talk first about the definitions. We have many definitions of practitioners, definitions of academics for marketing functions. The first definition we will talk about is the professional definitions of the marketing. This definition is talking about this definition of marketing is defined by the American Marketing Association. The American Marketing Association is an association which was founded in the United States long time ago, maybe 1937, I think. And it includes over than 30,000 members of professionals in marketing. They actually publish work, publish chapters, publish academic papers related to marketing. But the bottom line is that they are most of the members are marketing professionals. Those marketing professionals, they tend to put a professional, more industrial definitions of marketing. That's why they put marketing as the activity and set of institutions, processes for creating, communicating, delivering, exchanging offerings. With who? Exchanging offerings with value. With who? With customers, clients, partners, and the society as a whole. So they look at the marketing in a professional point of view. However, the other definition of marketing from an academic perspective defined marketing as all individual and organization activities. These activities tend to facilitate and expedite satisfying exchange relationships. So the academic point of view here stresses the relationship exchange between customers and the organization in the dynamic environment that constantly change. And these activities want to create, distribute, promote, and price all goods and services and ideas. What's really important here in the academic definition is that they stress the 4 P's of marketing. The 4 P's اللي هم المزيج التسويقي اللي هم الماركتينج ميكس. The 4 P's اللي هم البرودكت, creation of product, place, اللي هو distribution, promotion, and the pricing. Later we will discuss these 4 P's in details, but remember that the first time we heard about the 4 P's were here in the academic definition of the marketing, where we stressed the creation of products, place, promotion, and pricing. And we will come to this later. The definition of marketing stresses actually many things, that they are activities that facilitate and expedite the exchange. There must be an offering, a product, a service, idea, anything to exchange, and this offering must have a value for all the parties of the exchange, either between organizations, marketing intermediaries, consumers, everything, everybody, every party in this chain must have something they value. Continuing the marketing definition, we must understand the marketing functions. As we said before, marketing is much more than selling. They perform many other functions than just selling to products, as maybe mistaken by many people and many students. Marketing needs to monitor and analyze the market. As we said, it's a dynamic market, it's a dynamic environment, and we need to analyze the market, determine the objectives and the strategy, the marketing objectives and the strategies that must be aligned with the organization marketing strategy and objectives, identifying the most appropriate customers to target, that we are calling customer targeting, segmentation and targeting. We will explore this in our next chapter. Managing the brands in the meaning of identifying brands that attracts customers and build customer relationship, that brands that have a strong reputations and build and secure customers' goodwill, guarantee future income. All these are functions of marketing. Ensuring that products and services are communicated. Yes, we want to ensure the promotion and the distribution of our products. We need to ensure that we have this good proposition and good position in the minds of the customers. All these are, among others, of course, we have many more functions and responsibilities of marketing. Now we have to explore the marketing process. As you see in this figure, it starts with the organization mission and analysis of the market, as we said before, selection of the strategy, formulation of the offering, implementation, and monitoring and evaluation of these strategies. You can see all these steps in here: formulating the mission, vision, analysis of the market, strategy, selection, and so on. Let's start with the mission, vision, and values of any organization. What is the difference between the vision and mission? I'm sure that you have heard about this before, the mission statement and the vision statement. الفيجن اللي هي الرؤية والmission اللي هي الرسالة. How to differentiate between the mission and vision and how to articulate. ازاي تصيغ الفيجن والميشن بتاعت أي organization. Of course, some organizations, they are successful in articulating their mission and vision, and some others are not. But the vision is, when I ask somebody about his vision, so sure, I will ask about the future. So the mission statement, we usually describe the long-term results of any company's efforts. So they are doing their efforts in order to have a position or a a clear position in the future, what the results they are intending to achieve in the future. For example, Microsoft, the early Microsoft vision, when Microsoft first began, their vision is to have a computer in every desk and in every home. As you can see now, this vision has already accomplished, because that was their vision, that's what they need to do in the future, to have a computer on every desk and on every home. So that was their vision, and they actually accomplished that. So if the vision is talking about the future, the mission tells the organization how to achieve it. So if the vision maybe sets the highest level of what organization can hope or to achieve in the long term, the mission statements describe the how, the who, and the why we can do this. Okay, so this is the difference between the mission and the vision. And in front of you, you can find some mission and visions of the Lego company, the Facebook companies, and you can Google any of your favorite companies to search about the vision and mission. Even I know some of you are working, so you can explore if you are working at a hospital, if you are working at a university, if you are working at maybe a private company. So try to search the vision of your company and the mission, how they will do that. Next. So the vision and mission of any organization should be applied at an organizational level, or as sometimes as we call it, corporate level. It's not logical that if we have a mission and a vision of any organization and the departments do not apply it, it should be aligned, it should be supported, the overall organizational objectives. ما ينفعش ان انت تلاقي contradiction between, it's not logical that you will find contradicted vision and mission of departments with the overall organization. They should all be corporate one, they must be treated as a whole. They must dedicate the support, the resources, the coordination of all business functions to support the organizational and vision. When we do this, we try among the process or among the functions of the marketing, we should assess the operational opportunities and resources. What is organization opportunities أو الفرصة التسويقية أو الفرصة التنظيمية, sometimes called the strategic window. It's a change. Something happened in the market or a circumstances that allow the organization to take advantage of the target market. Something new. It could be economical, it could be a change in the new technology or changing in the market demand. It's an opportunity. فرصة معينة ظهرت, so organization can take advantage to reach more target market. In order to assess or to take this opportunity, we have to take into consideration these marketing opportunities. If they are good for us, we need to analyze the environment, which is called environmental scanning, and to understand our capabilities and assets. So we know that we are able to take these opportunities. These organizational opportunities can come in different ways, can come in different types. Let's see the types of organizational opportunities. The organizational opportunities can come in different types. One of the types is the changing needs in the marketplace. Sometimes the customer demands are changing and they need something more, or one product more advanced, more developed, different colors, different designs. So here the organizations need to adapt to these changes and try to satisfy the new customer needs. Another change that can come in the form of new technologies. Sometimes new technologies appears in the market and organizations need to adopt these technologies in order to be updated. That happens to Nokia, or Nokia failed to adopt the new technologies of the smartphones They were leading the mobile phone companies in the early 2000s, and when they failed to develop their mobile phones and they were satisfied of the rank they have, now they are not leading the mobile companies as they were in the early 2000s. Also, the organizational opportunities can come in the form of changes that can redefine the market. The market can be redefined in a way, not as we know it. It could be changes, like for example, the music sharing websites. Now we don't have to actually buy the album, but we can share it. So the market here is changed, and accordingly, it changes all the dealings and all the promotions and the marketing and how organizations deal with this. So it redefines the whole marketing. The changes of the product make the competitors think about what we will do in such case. Shall we seize the opportunities, our capabilities? Can we do this or not? So we have different types of change, and of course not all organizations can respond to these changes the same way, because they have different financial positions, they have different capabilities, even different skills of their human resources. So as we have different types of changes in the organizational opportunities and resources, we also have different response of organizations. Let's see some of these responses. For example, here, some organizations can respond to the marketplace changes in a way that they gather the necessary resources to bridge the gap between the market requirements and the organization capability. So when a change is happening, the organizational capability has maybe it's less and the market requirement is higher, so there is a gap between both, ما بين قدرة المنظمة وما بين المطلوب في السوق. ف one of the responses could be trying to gather the necessary resources in order to bridge this gap, to keep up with these changes. Some organizations can do so. Some organizations have the capabilities and resources to do so. So this is the first response, and if the organization can do this, they are successful. If not, if the organization do not have the resources to do so, what they can do, they say, okay, we cannot catch up with the new change, so we can shift our focus to a better fit. So we cannot, we will not be able to serve this market segment, so we are trying to shift our focus to another market segment that can be, our capabilities can allow us to serve. زي ما هو مكتوب هنا ان الكابابيلتيز بتاعتهم مش هتقدر ان هي تخليهم يرسبوند easily to the market change، فخلاص بيتجهوا الى اتجاه اخر، لان معظم الزباين عايزين ايه a better fit او capabilities قليله، مش كل الناس هتدور على الاحسن. So they shifting toward the market segment that يعني fit or are suitable for their capabilities. they don't keep up، لكن بيحتفظوا ببعض الزباين اللي هم يعني يقدروا ان هم يخدموهم. If they don't do that, if they cannot be able to do this, some organizations scale back future investment. They withdraw and they decrease the future investment because they are affected by these changes in the marketplace, and they are trying to get as much as short-term profit as possible. The final one, if they cannot respond this way or that way, they can easily exit the affected marketplace because they cannot respond, they will not be able to catch up. So they just exit the market because they don't have the capabilities nor the resources to respond to these changes. Still talking about the organizational opportunities, remember that among the functions we talked about when we were talking about the marketing functions is that we need to analyze and scan the environment. We call it environmental scan or market analysis. This is a core function of the marketing to make the internal analysis and external analysis. Internal analysis in the form of strengths and weaknesses, external analysis in the form of opportunities and threats. And that's what we call the SWOT analysis. The S stands for strengths, W for weaknesses, O opportunities, and T for threats. Maybe you have heard about this term or this concept, the SWOT analysis اللي احنا بنسميها بالعربي التحليل البيئي أو تحليل البيئة التسويقية. That is the SWOT analysis. And that is our topic or focus in reading 2, the marketing environment. The marketing environment is talking about the external environment because we are living and our organization, they are functioning in a dynamic environment. It's constantly changing, and we as organization face a lot of competition, and we need to create a differential advantage for ourselves. Differential advantage that is make us different from our competition. That's why we need to analyze the environment and know where we are standing. That is the figure that illustrates the marketing environment. As you can see here in the middle, this is the core of the core, which is the organization itself, and the inner circle that is related, that's closely related to the organization, is the micro environment. What is the meaning of micro environment? Micro environment includes all factors that are closely related to the organization. بنسميها بالعربي عوامل البيئة الجزئية. يعني ايه؟ يعني العوامل اللي بتؤثر مباشرة على الorganization. As you can see here, our direct customers can affect our operations, our marketing intermediaries, our suppliers, the public, the competitors. We will explain all these factors. However, now you just know that these are factors that make up the micro environment. Micro environment again is the environment that affects directly the organization. And the outer circle here, you will find the macro environment. Macro environment consists of all factors that are general, that affect both what inside. يعني macro environment affects the micro environment and in turn affects the organization. So they are macro, عوامل بيئة كلية بتؤثر على الكل. It includes social, ethical, legal, political, environmental, economic, and technological environment. They affect all microenvironment and they affect all organizations. That's why we call them the macro environment, عوامل البيئة الكلية. Analyzing the marketing environment could be done by using some tools. Some of these tools are the marketing research, البحوث التسويقية. We can do some research, collect some data, and end up with some results. Or marketing intelligence اللي هي الاستخبارات التسويقية. We collect information that is already available about the marketing environment. Let's start with the microenvironment. The microenvironment, as we said before, includes all the groups of stakeholders that affect immediately our organization, that has an immediate effect, a very close effect to our organization. This is the microenvironment. They include customers, intermediaries, suppliers, competitors, and publics. Let's start one by one. First one is customers. We have different types of customers. The first type or the first factor is customers. We have 5 types of customers. Let's begin with the first type, which are the consumer markets. Consumer markets يعني المستهلك النهائي. Those consumers who buy for themselves, for their personal consumption. So this constitutes of each one of us. If you go to the supermarket, if you go to the market to buy some vegetables, to buy food, to buy a car, to buy anything in the market, in the supermarket, anywhere, in the mall, anywhere, so you are buying for yourself or you are buying for household, for your household. This is personal consumption, so you are a consumer market, مستهلك نهائي. You are not buying to sell, you are not buying to manufacture, no, you are buying for your own consumption. So if you go to supermarket, buy milk, water, vegetables, you go to the mall, buy clothes, accessories. If you go to the car market, you buy a car for yourself or whatever. So you are buying for yourself, you are a consumer market. We have another market, which is the business market. The business market consumer is not buying for his personal consumption. He is buying for further manufacturing. So he is buying some raw material and make some operational and transformation to transform the raw material into finished product and then sell it. This is business market. So they are they are buying, these raw materials are bought and for further manufacturing and operation. يعني بيشتري عشان يصنع مش بيشتري عشان يستهلك. The third type of consumer is the reseller. The reseller is different than the consumer and the business market. The reseller is buying to sell, to resell. He is buying the same product and selling the same product without manufacturing, without operation. يعني نفس اللي بيشتريه هو اللي بيبيعه، زي تاجر التجزئة وتاجر الجملة، زي ما بيشتري الحاجة زي ما بيبيعها، ما بيعملش عليها أي عمليات تحويلية. So they are buying the product and they are selling the product with the same exact shape. They are not doing any transformation or operation on this, on what they are buying. This is the reseller market. The government market is any organization, a governmental organization buying. يعني you will find a government hospital, a government university, a government school, a government police station. They all need things. They all need stuff. They need offices, they need printers, they need screens, they need facilities, they need cleaning stuff, because they are organizations, they need many things. Chairs, offices, printers, desks, computers. So they are buying. But when they are buying, they are not a usual consumer, they are government. Why? Because they are government organizations. The last type of consumers are international markets. International markets, they can be individuals or organizations buying, but the bottom line is they are buying from outside the country. So anybody buying from outside the country is called an international market. The second type of microenvironment is the marketing intermediaries, الوسطاء التسويقيون. They could be anybody between the organization and the customers. They could be physical distributors, they could be marketing consultants, they could be marketing research agencies, they could be anybody. That's why they are called intermediaries, because they are in the middle between organizations and consumers. Number three are the suppliers. Suppliers, of course, are those organizations who are supplying our organizations with raw materials and components. We need such components and raw materials for our finished goods, for our operations. Of course, suppliers are considered microenvironment because they have immediate effect on our organization. Number four are the competitors, and you can find many types of competitors. We have direct competitors, substitutes, and new entrants. Direct competitors are those organizations who are providing similar goods and services. They provide the same products, but they compete with each other for selling these products. And you can consider Toyota and Nissan. They are direct competitors. Kuwaiti Airlines and Saudi Airlines, they are direct competitors. Ariel and Tide, they are direct competitors. Any two companies producing the same goods and services, they are direct competitors. We have another type of competitors which are substitutes. Substitutes companies or organizations, they are not producing the exactly same goods. However, they can act as substitutes to each other. So, for example, if you are traveling, so you can decide if you are traveling by air, you can book a flight ticket, or you can buy a train ticket. Okay, you can use the railways. So they are not actually providing the same product, however they can act as substitute to each other. دي رحلة طيران ودي رحلة بالسكك الحديدية. They are both serving the same needs. They are satisfying the same needs. However, they are not providing the same product. So they can be treated as competitors, however, not direct competitors. They are substitutes. The new entrant here is any new competitor who can offer some goods and services that are similar to us, but they are new to the market. That's why we are calling them new entrants. Finally, the fifth factor of the microenvironment is the publics. The publics are any group, any public group. They can be the general public, they can be the financial public, the marketing public, any kind of public that have potential or actual interest in the organizational ability to achieve its objectives. Any kind of publics, الجمهور العام, الجمهور المالي, الجمهور التسويقي, even the governmental publics, any kind of publics can affect, can have its immediate effect on our organizational ability to achieve its objectives. These are the five factors of the microenvironment. Let me remind you, they are customers, they are financial marketing intermediaries, they are suppliers, competitors, and publics. Now let's move on to the macro environment. As we said before, that the macro environment are or include many factors that are general and they have effect on both microenvironment and the organization. They have the general effect on everything on the society, including the microenvironment. We have many examples as social factors. For example, these societal changes and values that happening in our society or any society. You can include the technological factors, the changes that happens in any country, the new technological advances and technological innovations that provide some advantages and some strategic windows and opportunities. Also, we have these economic factors, any economic factors happening. For example, we have inflation, we have recession, we have a new trade agreement or some changes in the currency. Any economical factors can affect the organizations, the society as a whole, and specifically any business organizations. Also, we have the environmental factors. The environmental factors now present some challenges. For example, the global warming, the pollution of the environment as a result of manufacturing, or the major trends to use recyclable products, and that also encourage some innovations. Those are all included in the environmental factors. Also, political factors, consider a war that happened in one of the countries, or many disputes that happens between political parties in a given countries, governing political figures or memberships, trading groups. All these are political factors. The legal factors in the form of legislations and regulations or laws that are in a given country. For example, the law of Data Protection Act for protecting the data or providing opportunities for companies offering data protection to help organizations meet their data protection obligations. These are among the legal factors. And finally, the ethical factors. Ethical factors, these are the awareness, the increasing awareness of the social and the environmental impact of business activities on the environment. The trends now to have more social responsibilities and the green marketing and having some organizations are now looking for ethical certification that make them more reputed and respected by customers. So these are the most important macro environment factors. Last but not least, among the functions and when we are doing the marketing process, we said that we need to create a competitive advantages or a competitive advantage of our organization to make them distinct, to make our organization of superior value and our offer of distinctive or distinct characteristics over other competitors. We have actually many strategies to do this. We have actually three strategies to do such differentiation, competitive advantage or differential advantage. Many organizations can adopt the strategy of cost leadership. This is by leading the market by being the lowest cost provider. So they adopt the economies of scale and they lead the market by being the lowest cost. مثلا the lowest cost airline, the lowest cost car manufacturer, the lowest cost whatever product. So this is called cost leadership. Or they can distinguish their offerings from their competitors by being by focusing on what's important to customers, and this strategy is called differentiation. They are trying to differentiate their offering by focusing on what they really by focusing on what customers really matter or what they consider important, like what Mercedes-Benz is doing. The third strategy is the strategy of focusing on the niche market segments. Niche market segment means the highest and the most, let's say, important segment of the whole market. The niche market, the most important, the wealthy market, the cream market. So when any company is trying to adopt the strategy of focus, the focus strategy, they are specializing to serve this niche market segment. So maybe they develop an expertise in a particular area to meet their particular needs of this niche market. Okay. Sometimes we have mixed forms of strategies. So a niche focus on cost and a niche focus on differentiation. Sometimes we have this mixed. Some authors like Porter propose some forms of focus strategies. We can have focus on cost or focus on differentiation, according to what organization want to adopt. Finally, the differential advantage, as we said before, any organization is trying to make an attribute for their brand that can give them a unique edge over their rivals. They wanted to target customers and provide this product and services that can be remembered by these customers by only our organization. So they are trying to satisfy that customer this way. But in doing this and in offering the differential advantage, the organization needs to take into consideration three important factors. The first factor is the capabilities and resources of the organization. We need to provide a unique edge, and we start using a strategy of ourselves, but which accommodates with our capabilities and resources. Sometimes we need to take into consideration our financial positions, our human resources, their skills, their capabilities, so we need to take this into account. Also, we need to take into account our competitors and what they are offering, and also the environment, the dynamic environment, which constantly changing. The final factor is the customer perspective of the advantage offered. Sometimes organizations are offering some competitive advantage, however, it's not valued by the customer. So the important thing here is that we need to provide the customer with a differential advantage that they value, not from our point of view, not only that accommodates with our capabilities and resources, but also valued by other customers. This is the end of our lecture today. This was week 2 in our course B207A, and I hope it was easy for you. It was relatively long. I meet you inshallah soon with our next lecture. Thank you very much and goodbye.